change. Yeah, you live in a dream here. We are at this campground, I'll tell you that. Well, I got metal roofing, and that metal roofing and that little bit of pressure treated 2x4s and screws was $400. Can you believe that? So I got two of the ends. Now I'm going to make this work, I got to change it a little bit because I can't be any wider than 4 feet. And this part of the deck here was 47 inches. This one was an inch and a half bigger. You know, when I cut up that old deck, I didn't know what I was going to be doing, but I got the 8-foot sheets because I can't haul 12-foot panels in my truck. I could, but it'd be a pain in the neck, and I can't handle them. You know, I can't move them around by myself. And I didn't want to have to hand cut them, you know, like I did before at the parking lot, you know. So I just got the 8-footer, so I'm trimming this back so I can cut each one of these panels in half because they're 48.5 inches. This is 47 inches, so it'll just cover it, you know. So then there'll be a slight angle coming towards the back. So I had to cut an inch and a half off of the side of this piece of the deck here, and then so it matched this little piece over here. So that's what we're doing. I want to get a roof over this and then get all this split up. And all this, of course, I had to move the wood that was on the deck back off the deck, you know, yeehaw. So I decided I'm going to take these off and I'm going to cut them down because I don't want to leave them this height that's where they're screwed on the side, because I don't need this to be, you know, I mean, I could. The higher it is, the more I can fit in there, right? So maybe I'll do that. I'm going to pull these off. I'm going to put a bottom plate on it and kind of build these like a regular wall in the house. Do that on either end, and then one in the center here. So that way I can just screw straight to the deck here and not go on the outside. And by the time I put a band board all the way around, then it pushes me out, you know, 3 more inches, you know, on either side. So I don't have the metal for that. So I should have just went to shod. That's what Aim kept, she said. But I wanted the black roof to match the black shed. You know, even though nobody's going to see it but me, unless you're walking back here. So I'll be able to get more of this done tomorrow now that I have it clear in my head what I want to do. It took a lot of time to cut all this back and get it all re-leveled. And so got a new flag. A little bit later, I got a fire going. I'm going to have retire the old flag. I don't know if, you know, people do it this way, but this is the way you're supposed to do it. And I've always turned them in to the Boy Scouts because they have flag burning ceremonies, but you can do it yourself and go online and find out what you're supposed to do. You know, you're supposed to salute the flag, recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and put it on a nice hot fire so it burns, consumes the flag completely. So that's what I'm going to do here in a little bit. So I just wanted to show you some of the goings on. So I did have a good friend of ours, Keith Doherty, come over. He's going to change all this old electrical stuff and get it up to modern standards, because this is junk. I mean, one side works, but the other side, I mean, look at that mess. No, you know how this spot here since campground was done 40 or 50 years ago. I don't know how old that box is, but some of it's a little janky. I mean, get up there. That's some high power stuff. Got wire nuts on it. So I don't know. He said it's probably nothing wrong with it because everything's grounded, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to mess with that or not. But all these main lines are getting replaced anyhow. They've started. They did the center run, and each year they've been tackling it. They want to get this stuff off the trees, or because they're mounted on the trees and stuff. But got things going. I got the rest of the pieces to get the city water inlet done, so I'll be doing that, so I don't have to keep filling up the water tank and using the 12-volt water pump. I can just hook the line up here, and both of my hoses here, all three of these are food grade, safe for drinking water and stuff. So got my filter on. I got both of the valves replaced. The water leak down there stopped, and yeah, so we're getting things going. Like this one might be trying to leak again. Yeah, it is. How you like that? It wasn't leaking, so I'll have to put another clamp on that. Tighten it up a little bit more. Okay, well, we'll talk to you later. Bye. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Burning hot. Ooh. well, look what we have here. A beautiful crescent moon. It's cool. Always put my finger in front of the lens. Eating all these ants.